Anxiety, stress, panic, fear of unknown, feeling of hollowness and helplessness and sadness go hand in hand with depression. Though, most of us confuse depression with just one of these conditions. Individually, these problems are far less than what depression actually is. Normal stress, irritation, anxiety or mood changes cannot alone be termed as depression. It is a far more severe combination of all mental, emotional and psychological troubles that can inflict suicidal tendency in patients. And the stress and unhealthy way of living in this high-tech time is a major depression triggering culprit. Thus, for those who have already fallen in the trap of depression, and also for the ones who suffer with psychological troubles, we have compiled 6 essential oils in a list below. Have a quick read to find out how these oils can actually de-stress your mind and give you freedom from depression. 1. Bergamot oil. Bergamot oil is a mind-calming and friendly essential oil that roots out negative emotions from the mind by reducing the secretion of sympathetic hormones. It acts as a powerful soothing natural antidepressant that tames the mind to get over excessive fear, panic and stress. The worn-out and overworked brain nerves finally get relaxed. The best is, this mind-friendly oil not just works well for acute depression, but also for long-term chronic depression that is far more dangerous. 2. Clary sage oil. It is the central nervous system of the brain that actually holds the key to the secretion of various mood and emotion-regulating hormones in the body. And under secretion of happiness and euphoric hormones is a major depression culprit. Clary sage oil gets a hold on the CNS and forces it to ease the stiff and tensed cranial nerves that relax the tensed mind. This actually brings down the level of anxiety drastically and improves sleep, ultimately relieving all symptoms of major depression. 3. Geranium oil. Geranium oil is actually the god of all antidepressant essential oils. The reason being, it works both ways. It increases brain activity when the hormones inflict the feeling of helplessness due to undersecretion. And it can also reduce overactivated hormones that alleviate anxiety, instead of reducing it. In simple words, it works very much the way the body demands it to. This essential oil is a perfect solution for people developing acute depression-inducing suicidal feelings by controlling nervous system's behavior and pattern. 4. Lavender oil. The strategy of lavender oil against depression is by controlling the person's actual sleep pattern. Insomnia is another major depression-inducing culprit. Lavender oil works as a magical sedative that is clinically proven with brain's response when monitored in EEG during sleep. Its fragrance is strong enough to pamper super-exhausted nerves. You can use it as a temple massaging oil, as well as keep it close enough to your bed to let the fragrance reach out for you. 5. Ylang-ylang oil. This essential oil is very much an all-rounder antidepressant, as it works well on sleep-induced depression, anxiety-induced depression as well as fatigue-induced depression. Its response against anxiety is an attribute to the nervous system's response against its fragrance that immediately relaxes the overexerted brain. 6. Rosemary oil. Rosemary oil finds its mention amongst the top-rated antidepressant essential oils because it soothes the mind by reducing anger and anxiety. This works magically for extremely anxious and stressed brain nerves that suffer due to scattered and regulated emotions that cause depression.